So here we have the touch screen. It's split in half. That operates the left side and this side operates the right side. This is our touch screen. In settings down here, we have a number of possible options here within the touch screen. So we can add and adjust recipes in the recipes. We can change the time and the date. We can disable a chamber, so if for example, if a belt fell off on the right chamber, we can disable the right chamber and they can continue to cook on the left side. We have logs which tells us if there's been any faults. Obviously this is a new oven, so it has no faults, but it's the first thing a serviceman would check. We have configuration, which is a setup for an oven, timing for how long the water may fill or how long the wash cycle is and so on. But an important one is our diagnostic screens. They're all protected by a password that only the servicemen know. So in here you can see that's the left side elements and the right side elements. So we can see what's active and what's not active. There's a long list of items here that the technician can look at to test what's working. He might want to see if the pump is working, so he can press the wash pump to see if it's working okay. So this is very helpful for the technicians on site at an oven. I'm going to preheat this side and just put some chooks on. So you can see it tells you what to do. So we open the door, which is just a mechanical open. We pull out the gantry, which has a gas ram assisted load and unload, so it makes life easy. We shut the door behind it. You notice the screen has changed to red. It's preheating. It'll go orange when it's nearly ready and green is ready to go, and the oven will tell you oven ready to bake. So now I'm going to load the gantry. So the gantry here, you'll notice, has a tray at the bottom that goes underneath the chamber. I'll just demonstrate that. See how it goes underneath the oven? Underneath the oven, and it's out with the gantry, catch the drips whether you're loading or unloading. Okay, so this is the oven gantry. This is a wishbone shaped chicken holder. It has minimal contact with the bird. It's a Teflon coated stainless steel. When the oven is hot, you can put your hand on this Teflon rather, and it won't stick to the skin. So there are no bars to reach through. Very easy access for the operator. It's a free spin, left or right, so it makes loading so much more accessible. Okay, we've got 3 birds to cook today. We have one here that's 2.2 kg and this one is 1.6 kg. To load the birds, we simply put them on the chicken rack. So little bum through there, just reclines and sits comfortably on the holder. This is the larger bird. He also just sits in there comfortably on the holder. You'll notice the drips are falling into the drip tray underneath here. Also, when the birds come out of the oven cooked, any drips go into the drip tray.
Oven ready to bake.
Okay, you can see she's green and she's telling us the oven's ready to bake. So we simply open the door, we take hold of this gantry up here and we swing the gantry and with the chickens all in one load, all in at once. When we shut the door, we'll see that we go to a countdown on the screen that both the customer and the staff can see. As the chickens are cooking, the fat drops into the water. The water is drained down the drain about every 50 minutes, and all of the water and the fat is taken into the fat separator here. Now the operator does not need to touch this fat separator. It sorts itself out. It separates the fat from the water, releases the water down the drain only, and gathers the fat. End of day, when the wash button is selected, it evacuates the fat into this bucket under here, which is simply on a draw mechanism. It is pulled out and emptied by the staff and washed and replaced. Okay, so the left side is a little different. We open the door, bring the gas ram assisted rack out. You can see drip tray. Here we have a side that can cook chickens, 24 chickens on this side, or trays. So these simply remove. They're really only used for those busy days like Christmas or Melbourne Cup Day. We can just remove those. They can get stored in the cool room. And this is our tray. It just simply sits in there. There are 6 of those on this side, even-sided tray, and it loads exactly the same way. Okay, so the chickens are now ready. The screen has extra time if required, so we would open the door and we would take the core temperatures of the chickens. I'm going to unload the chickens. We can use tongs or a carving fork. We simply into the cavity of the bird, lift her off, put her straight onto the tray or into the bag. As I said previously, straight out of the oven, I can put my hand on this and it's not sticking at all. I certainly wouldn't want to put my hand on the stainless steel. It is hot. This is that 2.2 kilo bird. We just simply lift off. The drips go into the drip tray underneath the rack here. Free spinning, so you can easily access. Load and unload is very quick. I'll use the tongs this time just to show you how they might operate in store. So this is the rack. We've just unloaded the birds. You can see the left behind. So this is the Teflon coating here, and this just wipes off. So with a cloth, we just simply knock it off. It removes easily. Okay, these are the 3 birds we've just cooked. I'm going to open this bird so you can see inside. Perfectly cooked birds all the way through. This breast meat is quite tender and juicy. I'll just open up a thigh here, completely cooked through.